crossing all those streams. Every single one on Twitch.
But didn't they cause an explosion? I haven't seen Ghostbusters in ages.
They probably did. And that's why I'm doing it.
You've doomed us all!
Release the ghosts of Twitch! Welcome back to Disco Elysium.
Yes, Disco Elysium time!
It's time. Not to duel, although I would love that. It's time to solve the case. Maybe. I don't know yet.
Oh, I'm just wondering, do we have as an option the 15th something?
What, as a thought?
15th tribe.
Yes.
Okay, I took a small peek at other thoughts that could benefit me, and next time we level up, I will want to open a slot and put in 15th Endo Tribe, because that will give us 10 real for
I did tell you this last time.
Oh.
I told you it gives us 10 cents for every blue green bubble.
I thought you weren't 100% sure.
I was in the second stream. I checked between the second and the third stream, and I confirmed it.
Okay, so
there's another one that gives 1 XP for every green bubble too. I don't remember exactly which one that one is. It's not.
Yeah.
No. Oh, it was the white thing. White morning or something like that. Or not this one, but another one. I remember how to get it though. So yeah, as soon as we get a level up point, we can open up one of these slots.
Yes.
Slap it in there.
That would be very beneficial.
Oh shit! I didn't know I could just. Huh. Apparently WASD does work. I didn't know that.
Oh. Let's go into the shop. The flower shop?
Bookshop you mean?
The pharmacy right there?
This is the bookshop.
Oh, the bookshop. Bookshop.
It's a bookshop, my good man.
And then we'll talk to the office manager.
Do we want to talk to the store proprietress?
Yes, I do.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So, are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration.
I just love the word in an option 4.
Very well now, book peddler.
Pip pip. The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Rate your child.
There are too few options. 5.
I guess it's better than nothing. She'll have to try harder next time.
Man, the child labor is just not good in this area.
If there was a 7, I would give her a 7. But, woman, come on, you only gave me 3 numerical options.
Look, man, alright? You're only allowed to hate her, feel middlingly, or just love her sales pitch, alright? 3 options.
She's quite the trooper. She's a great value add.
I know you're trying to be nice, but she really needs to try a bit harder. No one gets anywhere by being average. I'm not raising a financially negligent woman.
All this pressure's made her really anxious. She's been chewing her nails.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
I mean, she's generally not wrong. At least in that regard.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
That is true.
Also true.
What?
I said also true, yes.
Oh, okay.
Both of them.
That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe you can make an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
Ooh, she suddenly exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Alright. I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
She fiddles with...
See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
She fiddles with her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you.
So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She nudges her glasses.
Alright then, I'll take a look.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
I was wondering where she was. Okay, they put her over here on the side reading a book. So we got a shelf here. We got this one in the middle. You take the staircase up because there's another bookcase here.
What's through the double doors on the far right?
I think that's a curtain, not a double door.
Oh, then what's behind the curtain?
What's behind the curtain, ma'am?
You see a set of tattered curtains
Bow
blocking
chicka bow wow.
the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to.
She fiddles with her pendant.
Oddly enough, The more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Pull open the curtains!
Don't even want to examine the trinket?
Sure.
I mean, alright.
You see
Just a
some kind of
suggestion.
charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Pull open the curtains!
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. That's afraid.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
She's almost begging you.
But I sense this place is calling me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
She grabs her pendant again, visibly shaken.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies to her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Like open a set of curtains.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
I hear thunder outside.
Is there instant death here?
I can confirm that there is not. You could rip them open, or we could ignore them and talk to her. I will say that those are your two options at the moment.
Let's talk to her. So ignore the curtains for now.
Got it.
Talk, see what else she has to say, then go back and rip those suckers open.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Damn, that is a quick heel turn as to what your position, your emotions were a second ago. Like,
So why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then wouldn't it hurt if I just peeked inside? It's not like it's cursed, right?
No!
she wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown. Then she breaks down.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Why didn't you just tell me right away? It's the curse.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods toward the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
It's the darkness. Building. How does the curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Okay, I'm a little confused. What's happening?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Did it work?
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Oh wow, 15. Only 15. Okay.
Would you like to see me? Would you like me to take the case? I can investigate. If the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
I have a damn good shot.
I have a few questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions.
Oh.
You wouldn't
okay.
want to disturb the spirits.
Yep. Never mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much
Convince
softer. Occasionally
her.
she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Alright, baby. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Yeah!
Sliver up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Says the woman who's casting spells on everything.
I have returned from the void, from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychology taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I am the void revenant. I have the power to to debat all the bad energies.
Jesus fucking Christ, the fucking language.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Just ask my partner, Kim. He'll vouch for me. Kim, vouch for me. Kim.
Oh,
The lieutenant mumbles in minor confusion. He has not been listening closely enough. You put him on the spot.
I can assure you he is a police officer. Very knowledgeable.
If you promise, good officer, then You might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course. The entity. For I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimneys aren't big enough for that.
No, this chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
So
Tear
before,
those.
do we want to look at the books or do we want to go right into the curtains? Your
Let's
call.
tear those.
Yeah, all right. To the curtains it is.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Tear
A
those
strange
suckers
cage-like
open.
trinket. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Small terrified escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, for around her round face buried in her hands. Let's go.
To the door.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I love how even though we have the key, we can totally try to just break down the door to
knock
assert
on the-
authority.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Unlock the door.
Then break it down.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
It's Kim.
An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Touch the back of your neck. What is this feeling?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Open the door and enter.
And you're dead.
You told me there's no instant death.
You asked behind the curtains, not behind the door.
Oh,
I'm also kidding. Obviously.
yes.
Also, Kim wants to talk to us.
Yes, talk to Kim.
What is this place?
Lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment.
It's an adventure!
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Hold on, let me grab the flashlight because we're gonna need that sooner or later. All right.
Okay.
Got a ball. And that's the ball that probably goes to that quest if I was gonna guess.
Awesome.
There's also this weightlifting thing.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
42% chance.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Look, Kim! It's a trap! There are no collars on the barbell!
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of a bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony!
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Still 42%. I
Uh,
don't know if we have anything that would improve it.
Wait. When did we lose morale?
I don't remember when that happened.
Can we take a...
Like, we started the game with one less morale, but I don't remember what caused us to lose it.
Okay.
Yeah, something that happened last session.
And while we're dying, we can take health and morale boosts, right?
Yeah, we got like a 30-second chance, yep.
Okay, so let's try to lift it.
And there's the failure. It's a health damage. We're fine.
Okay.
We still got 3 of those.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Seems like I'm a little bit out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Lieutenant agrees.
Leave.
Yeah, we're locked. We can do this again later, but we're locked for now. Alright. Before we move on... Alright, 45 more. I was just curious how long until we leveled up. Forget if there's anything... here? Yeah, there is.
Oh. Lots of green circles we could get back to later.
Yes.
Ooh. But lots of things to click on, like lots of outlines.
Do which one you want.
Let's go clockwise.
Starting where?
The northmost one?
The big one up here?
Yes.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Yeah, what? You don't think there's wax-based magic? They're very good at making candles.
Who are all those creatures?
Huh.
Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One
And
of the
now I'm
Welkins,
just thinking of
towering
like a
among the
wax
rest,
elemental.
appears to be different, however.
Dark Souls 3 has that shit.
Really? Like a candle monster?
Let me put it this way. It's not like a golem or anything, but there are like these magic casters that do have like a weird wax magic. Their heads are literally candles, or like their heads are encased in wax basically, and some of them have a lit fuse on the top.
Huh. Examine the Welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
Lieutenant nods to the Welkin's facial hair. I mean, look at that. That's a great beard right there.
Why would anybody spend... I keep burping. I'm sorry. Why would anybody spend so much time on this?
Have too much soda?
Some people really
No?
like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
What are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
So, here's an interesting thing I learned about not that long ago. There's apparently a lake, either in, like, Finland, or somewhere around there in Scandinavia, or Russia, I forget which one, where literally the lake waves are constantly freezing. So you can see, like, the ice freeze and then move as the wave behind it hits it.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy looking.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Leave. Okay, let's go to that box that's made by Kim.
This one. Here we go.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do you think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Turn it on!
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Lieutenant notes, observing the machine.
Press play.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Press play again.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Leave. How about we check on the parallelogram to the, or parallelogram-like thing to the left?
So this one or this one?
The one that's now out of frame. The one on the left hand of the screen.
Down here?
The bottom left? Yeah.
$1.55.
Ooh! Let's check the one along the back wall, which is on our right.
This one?
Yes.
Another 312.
Ooh, money.
There's another doorway down this way if you hadn't noticed yet.
Okay, let's go down there. Let's check that shape.
There's the production. That's probably for the computer.
Okay, let's put it in the computer.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Insert
Casting
the
the
production
framework in a
schedule.
like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On
Press
the keyboard,
play
the play
again.
key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you? A machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
My partner tells me you're here because the radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian station.
Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
So, next time on Disco Elysium, we will be continuing to explore this, abandoned building basement.
The curse.
The curse.